The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network.
Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to the Wanda's Warrior Show. Today is Friday, March the 6th, 2020, and it's the start of a new month, and I'm excited that you could join me on today. March is also known as Miracle March, and if you're like me, I'm anticipating great miracles for this month. Also, this month is my birth month. Next Friday is my birthday, and I'm having a birthday celebration on the show. So if you want to come on up to the show on next Friday at 11 o'clock, please feel free to join me. So I'm going to need everyone to like, share, and start a watch party. Like, share, and start a watch party because I have an amazing show for you all on today. I need everyone to call in. The number is 301-429-9247. So today's show, we're going to talk about laughter. Now, I know everyone should laugh, but there are people who don't laugh. And laughter is good for the soul. And it even says in Proverbs 17:22, a joyful heart is a good medicine. Or some will say, laughter is good for the soul. I want to introduce comedian Tanya Lewis. She's a former class clown, and she realized her talent to entertain and never acted upon it until she attended a Live Your Dreams event. While at this event, God revealed to her that she possessed a gift that would be used to honor Him and would impact others. Tanya has always used her sense of humor to capture the attention of others. Tanya has always used her sense of humor to capture the attention of others, and God has blessed her to make us all laugh. And if you've seen her on YouTube or follow her on social media, you will be laughing all day, because I definitely do that. And she makes me laugh in my lowest moments. So this anointed woman of God has an incredible stage presence, a natural gift. She's bold, she's confident, and she has a great personality. I want to introduce Wanda's Warriors to comedian Tanya Lewis. Will y'all show her some love? Give her some hearts on Facebook, on social media. Thank you for coming on my show.
Oh, you're welcome.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
I appreciate the gift that God has given you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us how you got started with being a comedian?
Well, it's funny. I was actually on Craigslist. And well, let me start from the beginning. I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life, and a friend of mine, pastor, she was having this event called Live Your Dreams, and flew all the way to Arizona. And they was like, "What do you want to do with your life? You need to be a comedian. You funny." I was like, "I just met these people in this room. So you got to do with my life." So they was like post on Facebook as a status what people think you're good at, and everybody was like, "Make us laugh." I was like, "If I get 300 comments or likes, then I'll go ahead and do it." Honey, I got so many comments. I said, I ain't doing this, whatever. I went home one time, and my daughter does spoken word, and I saw this advertisement on Craigslist. It said, showcase your Christian talent. So it was like I heard God right behind me. Tell me you're a Christian comedian. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm trying to be a Christian right now, yet alone.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, God got me lying. So I was like, all right, I'm a Christian comedian. I'm a Christian comedian. I get a response back. Tell me I'm looking for a Christian comedian. So I'm like, I'm a Christian comedian, I got you. And I looked at the email, and I'm like, hold up. That's somebody that go to my church. So I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, oh Lord, God has set me up. So I heard God say fit for the kingdom. I didn't know what that meant. I said, I'm big. You tell me I'm fit for the kingdom. So I didn't know what he was trying to tell me lose weight or what he was trying to tell me do. So I didn't understand it. So I got to the first event. All my friends have been pumping me up, telling me I should be doing comedy. Talking about, oh, we can't make it to your first event. So I'm like, they done got me all up in this. Ain't nobody gonna show up. I walk into the event. And I see something. The name in lights. It said Christian comedian Tanya Lewis. Looked like I done made it to Hollywood. Hold up, child. Let me me tell you this. I saw that. I got so nervous. I opened the door to walk out the door. And the lady tapped me and said, girl, I'm glad you're here. We can't wait to hear what you got to say. I was going to go home and tell them my car broke down. Because I was like,
you gonna go
they going to have
home.
them naming lights for nothing. Because I was going to go back home. I really was going to tell the people that I couldn't make it. And she tapped me on my shoulder. And I was like, oh, my God. She told me I can't wait to hear what you got to say. And I'm sitting there thinking, me either. Because I don't write jokes. God, like, really give me materials. Because I was in a backsliding state for 14 years. So it's like, God set me up. If I don't hear from him, I don't know what I'm going to say. And so, like, I got a Bluetooth on with God. So I get up there and I told
Bluetooth.
I get up there on stage and I said, look, God told me I was going to bring laughter to the kingdom. I don't know what I got to do or what's going to happen. But he called me to this. So if it don't work out, blame him. I ain't never done this. And I started looking out in the audience and talking about stuff that was going on. And I pulled this piece of paper out of my hand. And with the song I wrote about being fit for the kingdom, not even knowing what it was. I was sitting there like, well, God, he is so good. I got a standing ovation. I said, I'll never do this again. I got off. I was so nervous. I felt like I was going to court. Oh, my God. All my stomachs were hurt. So,
All of them.
I got off stage,
All both of
right?
them.
And this lady came up. She said, you did wonderful. She said, I want to book you. I ain't know what that meant. I thought she was trying to get with me. Tell me book you. So,
Ma'am.
so she's like, I want to book you to do an event. And I'm going to give you $500. And I said, $500 to do this? I said, sign me up, honey. Man, I got to that second event. I was so scared. I was about to leave again. And every time I try to quit, because I still get nervous, but I understand. You have to walk. My friend told me, don't be nervous. If you're not nervous, then you're doing it in yourself. To walk in your TMA. I said, I don't know what no TMA is. But that's your tailor-made anointing.
Ooh, I love
So
that.
every time TMA.
Yeah.
So it's been a blessing. So every time I try to quit, I'm like, I ain't doing this again. It's like bookings after bookings coming. So this is my 8th year now. So it's been a blessing. It's a setup.
God. Look at God. So where have you done your events at? Around the world, the country? Have you traveled far?
Yes. I've been blessed. I've been as far as Washington. I've been to Bahamas. I've traveled a lot of places.
Ooh.
So I thought I never Washington, Lord have mercy. I was on that plane forever. So it's been a blessing. I've got to go places that I've dreamed of going, and it's expense paid. Like you get to go. So I love what I did.
And that's when they say your gift will make room for you.
Right.
That's truly.
Then I get to meet these ladies.
And you have brought some ladies with you. Can you tell us who they are?
Well, let me tell you. First of all, let me get my camera on her. Small Fire.
What you talking about?
She used to be Small Fry, but God delivered her.
Yeah, won't he do it?
And the world known Sister Cantaloupe Trina. It's like one thing, God, you want to meet people, but then you get to do comedy. So the first time I met Trina was an award show. I won Comedienne of the Year, and they gave her an award, and she got up there and say, I look at y'all as my children. Because she don't have children. And I said, she tried to claim us on her taxes.
Yes, what I was trying to do, but I wasn't
the whole time I kept standing here like, oh my God. And then I was her armor bearer at the church, and I first started doing comedy. They booked her at the church. I wasn't mad because they ain't booked me, but I was like, oh my, I get to work with her. And she told me, can you put my stuff in the bag? I said, I'm just here to try to. I'm a comedian.
You supposed to be the armpit
barrier. I want to
barrier.
make the people mad. I was Small Fry. You Small Fry, I'm Big Fry. I was like, we can work this out.
Right.
She called me one time, and she was like, we having a female tour. And we want you to be on the tour. I looked at that phone for about 20 minutes. I was like,
wow.
Y'all done called me. Y'all want to be on the tour? So I was sitting there crying. I told my job. I was like, man, y'all might as well. I ain't coming back. Because I ain't had no date till the time. I said, they don't call me to be on the tour. I was like, oh my God. So it's like one thing to be a admirer of them, but get to call them my friends. So if I'm down or whatever, then I can call them and say they're my friend. Y'all gonna have me cry. This makeup got last till Sunday.
Okay. Oh, Lord, you gonna brush your teeth before Sunday.
So I can call and ask them for anything except money. So
money. Correct about that.
Now, how did you get started in comedy?
Well, one of my aunts suggested that I do it. She saw me acting up at a family reunion event. I was just emceeing, but I was making fun of all the people who really had talent. And she told me, she said, you need to get in this competition in Atlanta. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. She was like, be a comedian. I'm like, what's that? Because I thought it was a person to clean up.
You say custodian?
Right. I know. thought she was calling me that. I was like, I ain't cleaning up nobody's house. I can do something. I ain't gonna do that. I'll go back to school. And she was like, no, it's a talent show. I was like, I don't know how to do nothing. And she was like, just do what you did at the family reunion. I was like, okay. So she paid the $35. I got in the competition. I've been on stage ever since.
Wow.
It's been, don't tell nobody, it's been 27 years.
No.
Yes, that's it, son.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how did you get started?
Oh,
Jesus.
Lord. Well, when the dinosaurs was roaming the earth.
Because she been forever.
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. I started doing, I won my first oratorical contest in the 3rd grade. And then, I won all the competition and then the whole full national and everything like that. So when I first got my first clap, I knew I wanted to be on stage. And I went through acting classes and and then I was an artist as well. I like to draw. And so as I got older, I would learn all the longest speeches. I wanted to know because I have dyslexia. A lot of people don't know that. So I had to memorize everything. So it increased my memory. So I won again all the way up until I was grown. And so I wrote my own script, and my pastor said, Trina, I love what you're doing. I want to put you on the Founders Day banquet. And he said, I want you to do something you never did before. I was like, what? So I had to figure that out. So I just started writing, and I'm a fan of Carol Burnett. And I used to love Benny Hill, not Benny Hinn. I still like him; he's fine. But Benny Hill, the comedian, and so and Minnie Pearl. So I was like, oh, okay. So I took all those characters and I rolled them into one. And Esther on Sanford and Son. Yes. So in my head, I heard her voice, but in my mind, I saw Carol Burnett as the bag lady. So when I went out there to do my skit, I had Sister Television, Sister Talk Too Much. I had wrote down a lot of names for this character. And when I got out there, they had a banquet, and everybody had eaten everything off the banquet table but the cantaloupes. So I said, my name, Cantaloupe. Sister Cantaloupe from the church, because I was doing skits at the time. I wasn't doing stand-up. And so everybody, So there was a DJ back in the day. We used to call y'all DJs. I don't know what y'all are now. I'm just kidding. His name was C.L. the State Jackson. He said, I love what you're doing. I want you to come to one of my musicals. And I was like, oh, because in Texas, if you go to a musical of the radio station, it was like Star Search. You was like finna hit. And I was like, okay. So I went, and he said, we have our very first Christian comedian. And I said, oh man, I thought I was next. And I said, because I had put the hat on and the glasses, and I had stuffed my bra, stuffed my back, and had put all that on. And I was like, man, I'm a sweating this. I wish he called me now. He said, Trina Jeffrey. I said, what? Me, a comedian? So I went out there and I did my same skit, and everybody loved it. And back in the day, you didn't have cards, so people kept running up to me saying, I want your number. So you have a piece of paper and then you tear off the bottom and hand it to them. You want your name? Tear off the bottom. So I saw Bobby Jones' show. And I said, I want to go on there, because he said, we want you. You know how he did that? Yeah. So I called him, and at the time I was staying in New Jersey, and he called my aunt's phone. And I kept saying, I have a message on your recorder. She said, how you have a message? I said, Bobby Jones gonna call me. She said, girl, get out of my room. So when she clicked it, it was Bobby Jones. Wow. He said, I want you to come. It says, Trina Jeffrey, I would love for you to come to the Bobby Jones show. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. So it was in Atlanta. I came, did my thing. He gave me some pointers. He said, you're too long. You're going to have to go and capsulize this. You're going to have to learn how to internalize your comedy and stop looking at people outside. Because I was still doing skits. He said, learn how to do stand-up. And I went and got Bill Cosby, and he was the only clean comedian I could find, and Sinbad. And I watched their videos, and I learned how to take my characters and put them inside instead of outside. Wow. And that's how I became the stand-up comedian. Whoa. Dr. Bobby Jones put me on the map.
Look at God.
Yes.
Look at God. And that's also, you had to study your craft.
Yes.
It's one thing to say what you want to be,
right.
But you have to study it.
Yes.
And then also, you spoke it into existence.
Yes,
that
I did.
He was going to call you.
Yes, he was going to call me. And he called me, too. I was like, ah! And I was running around the room like I had won the lottery.
She went and got Bill Cosby. I'm about to say, hold up, where's she going with this?
I know.
No, we didn't have a podcast. Y'all leave my bill alone. You pay. Hey, we don't talk about that. Y'all leave my bill alone. I still love Mr. Bill Cosby. I still love him.
She don't work for R. Kelly and all that kind of stuff.
But I open up for all of them. I open up for all of them. Yeah. I've opened up.
For R. Kelly. She was in a 12 play.
I've been doing this for. I've been doing this for over 30 years.
You know.
She said, no.
She was 12 praise.
12 hallelujah.
That's funny.
But no, I've been doing this for over 30 years. They call me the queen of gospel comedy because I started it back in the day. Me, Jonathan, and Broderick Rice. Yeah. We started it back in the day. First recording of recordings, and then they put us in the encyclopedia, and so we
encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's the gospel encyclopedia, but we're in there. Yeah, and they've given us awards for everything. So these babies right here, they come up under our umbrella, and we loving on them, and we loving all gospel comedians that's coming out there today.
I love it.
Me, I'm sorry. Look at the camera. I'm so sorry. Hello.
My bad.
My bad. My name's Trina Jeffrey. I'm Sister Cantaloupe. That's my friend. That's Tanya Lewis. How y'all doing?
Y'all want to call in? Don't forget the number is 301-429-9247. Now you said when you got on the stage you liked the claps.
Yes.
How about you?
I became addicted to the audience because I was always an audience pleaser anyway, class clown. So
yeah. Same
just
here.
when I heard them laughing and I got that standing ovation,
I'm the opposite of y'all too.
I didn't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
I was just ready to hurry up and get off, so I wasn't thinking no claps or nothing. I was like,
I loved it. I loved entertaining. My whole family sings and plays and everything like that, except for me. Okay. So I asked my aunt, I said, what is my gift? You know, I asked her, what is my gift? And she said, stop and ask the Lord. And I did. I said, God, what's my gift? You giving all these other Nichols gifts. I said Nichols gifts, ninjas. You give all them gifts, give me something. And so my gift was memorizing and retaining.
That's good. Yeah. I can't even remember what happened yesterday. So. You
don't. Do you remember you picked me up just a while ago?
I remember that. That was late the midnight hour.
Now, have any of you all ever been heckled, and how did you deal with that?
Oh, I thank God I haven't. But you definitely have to know your crowd.
Yeah.
You can't go everywhere. Because I did one event, and that's all it took for me was I did a birthday party in D.C. and the guy, he pulled out a Polaroid and he kept taking pictures of me and the pictures kept coming at my feet. He said, make it rain, big girl, make it rain. I said, oh, I'm about to come over here, go. And so I realized that I can't go everywhere that I'm called to. I have to know my audience. Like kids, they cool, but I know I don't want to do an all kids party.
Right.
Well, I started off in the secular in comedy, so I was heckled a lot. You know, because people, they sip. And then once you start headlining, by the time you get the microphone, everybody's just
laughed
loose,
out.
right? Yeah. So when you get a heckler, the best way to deal with them, hit them hard, hit them low. You got to hit them hard the first time to lay them out,
right?
You know, because you have to, you know, on that side, you have to embarrass them so they'll be quiet.
Right.
You had to put it to the point. The first line you say, where everybody around them like, please stop. Please stop.
Right.
Because if not, they will take over the show. Because once they get the alcohol, they feel like if they make a joke, everybody laugh.
They gonna keep going.
And if they laugh louder at them than they laughing at you, they gonna feel like they helping you.
Right.
Yeah.
So they gonna keep going, and basically, you know, take over your show and just be a distraction. So that's what I learned how to deal with them. You gotta hit them hard, hit them fast.
Well, I'm Sister Cantaloupe, and I have on a costume, and they know not to come for me. So that's how I do it. But I was in a play called Friends and Lovers with a lot of cast members, and on the it was a drunk person out in the audience, and every time Mel Jackson would come on stage, they would go, ah! And it's like, ah! So I played a character called Chiquita, which was a ghetto cutting you kind of girl. So we was out there, and so every time she was like, she was doing this so much. So we was in a scene. I said, hold up. I told Mel, I said, hold up. I turned to the audience. I said, I don't know who that is out there. This is on the play, national play. We was touring. I said, I don't know who that is out there. I said, but you see this knife right here? I'll take the tape off and I'll jump down in this audience and I'll find you. Keep talking. Go ahead. And the whole audience went, ah! And they said, she over here. Oh my God. And she didn't say no more the rest of the night. Because I told her, I said, we're not having this.
Right.
Every time he would walk out and Leon would walk out, she just loud. So no, I have not had a heckler.
I guess I look like I don't play.
Yeah.
I'll sit down.
Oh
So
my
like,
God.
You so dumb. You so
to
dumb.
help you.
And you have a well, I'm gonna talk about your book. I'm gonna switch gears and talk about your book called Restored. And just reading it, it's amazing because my dad's church, he's a bishop, it's called Restoration.
All right.
So I know all about restoration, especially when you've been in a backslidden state, and then when God brings you out and restores you, that it's a whole different feeling. So can you tell us about your book and how the viewers can get your book?
They can go to it's on Amazon, but if you go to my website, I'll get the money faster. So, blessings right now.
Right.
So, you can go to www.anointed with one N, the number 2, laugh.com, and you can get the book. But it was different because some people are saying. I admit I actually enjoyed all the things I was doing. I was smoking. As long as I was smoking a lot, drinking a lot, going to the club, I was enjoying myself. So it's like when God shut it down, He took everything. I said, Lord, you gonna leave me with something? I can't live by bread alone.
Right.
So first of all, I didn't want to do the book. So I was like, everybody gonna know my business. And then God was like, well, once you give your life to God, it's not your business anyway.
Right.
And then I was like, the people gonna talk. And He said, well, they gonna talk anyway. So I said, oh, you got all kind of good answers.
That's a mess. Yeah, all kind of good answers.
I lost my job, and so I had no choice but to write. I said, oh. So it came time to publish the book. I went to Bible study. And this lady said, God told me to edit your book. I'm sitting there like, what book? I ain't telling nobody about this book. I said, now God telling my business to people. So,
He will do that now.
yeah,
He will do that.
time to buy the book. I ain't had the money to buy the book. A friend was like, I'm going to charge this to my credit card and I'm going to buy all the books. When I said all the people, because I never hid my sin. I'm going to do it. You can't judge me. I don't care if you talk about me or not. God is the one that's going to run things at the end of the day. And so, what I say to people at my church, everybody wanted to know what was going on because they knew parts of the story. Honey, I sold out them books in less than 20 minutes. Everybody wanted to know about it. I said, you want to know what I'm here?
It's
Go
some
right
nosy
there.
people.
Yeah. So, I sold the first 300 books to all the nosy people that want to know my business. Here you
Right.
go. If you want to know the business, invest in it. Here you go.
Hey.
Right.
I love, I felt that all
Robotussin.
So,
Your pain will write you checks.
yeah, it sure
Oh my God, I like that.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Write that down so I remember that later. So,
I got it.
Then I'm a
I wrote that
procrastinator,
down.
so I wrote that, and then God had me to do a play, and I'm like, I don't know nothing about writing no play. So let me tell you how I procrastinated. I did the auditions. Had about 30 people coming in audition to be in the play just because they know me off of comedy. I ain't even wrote the script yet, but I done sat there and had all the people for the play. I said,
Right.
oh God, you moving fast. You were serious.
Yeah.
You ain't playing. Okay. So, did the first play, and I was like, oh, here we go. Sold out.
What year was that?
Like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And so, I've done the play here in the DMV, like 4 times. Then, I'm paying to have it at events. God blessed it where Harmony Hall contacted me to pay me to bring the event there.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
That's amazing.
yeah, so I took it to Atlanta. That was a whole nother experience. It didn't go as like I planned. So I'm doing it again tomorrow.
Correct.
A live recording. So I'm excited to finally get to record it.
And her play is called Torn.
Yes.
Yes.
So can you tell them what your play is about and where it's going to be at?
It's
tomorrow?
a rendition of the book, but it's just, and I make it funny. The serious stuff, I just make it funny.
Right.
And it's real stuff that people don't want to talk about and deal with.
Right.
So it's like the book, but it's just you see it.
Yeah.
So that's the play, and then tonight we're having a comedy show, Laugh the Pain Away, which is kind of like a pre-show, but it's the day before with my friends because they're in the play as well.
Yeah. Turn the camera toward your phone toward you, because all you see is the little naked man.
Oh, you want to see the naked man? Well, I look at myself.
Hey, look at yourself.
I love it. And so how did you start writing your script?
I I just sat down and wrote it. I mean, it's pretty much based off the book. I lived it, so it wasn't hard to write. I'm like, well, I did this. Because a lot of stuff, I'm a suppressor. Even when I wrote the book, I had blocked a whole lot of stuff that I ain't even. I thought I was gonna carry it to my grave, man. When I said God made me write this stuff, I was sitting there crying like,
Why?
you want me to say that too?
Right.
So I was like, oh my gosh, and he brought a whole lot of stuff that I tried to just hide, like back to my remembrance. I was like, Lord, you lying? I ain't do that. Right. You said you pretend to see your forgetfulness. So why you gonna make me bring this up? You need to make up your mind.
That's hilarious.
So I struggled with that thing. Then I saw people I had a dream. People were under a box. And as I began to write, I saw people coming from out of that box.
Wow.
So it began to be a ministry.
So they said, look at the camera.
Because, you heal as you reveal.
Yes.
And that's one thing I learned in writing my books. Like my first one came out, My Journey with Breast Cancer. And then my book that came out last year is going to be a stage play in October.
Wow, yeah, good job.
You need me to sing?
Sure.
I'll be in the play.
Okay. Yeah. Because you never
She
know
said
who you may
sing.
be reaching out there and what they're going through. And you're like, Lord, I don't want to tell these people my business.
Right.
But someone out there could be going through the same
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
They're like, well, God got
That's gonna make me dust off my book.
Go ahead, girl. Write the book.
Yeah.
It's already written.
Yeah.
It's been written a
What you
while.
gotta do? What you waiting on?
Jesus and the money.
I'll write it for you. So now, not only I publish book too. I publish. So I can
You got
help
your
you
own
write
publishing
that.
company?
Okay.
I am the publisher company.
Oh,
Honey.
right.
It's always you go ahead and publish stuff.
Right.
We can talk off the show.
I got my
Call
own
me.
publishing company.
Call me.
I got all of
You're
that.
trying to call me.
Get your story
Yeah.
out there.
Yes, most definitely.
Story out there.
Most
You have the
definitely. Small
title
fry in it.
You got the title and everything?
Yes. It's called.
Now, did you write it down? Cause
It's already copyrighted, so can't nobody steal it.
Okay.
It's called Cantaloupe, the Other Forbidden Fruit.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah.
Now,
I like that.
Did you type it out or you wrote it?
It's written.
Oh Lord, it's gonna take me about 34.
No. It's on my computer.
Okay.
That's what you meant
okay,
type.
so that's
Yeah.
good.
I thought you meant
Alright,
no, I didn't handwrite it. I couldn't read it.
She wrote it in tongues.
Right. Remember I said I'm dyslexic, so a lot of the stuff, people have to go through it and turn things around.
Okay.
But other than that, it's ready.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, you have children. How
Who?
did they... You have...
Yeah, this is our child I got.
Tanya.
For me.
So how do your kids
Yes.
feel like having a mom that's a comedian? Do you joan on them?
Oh, yes, she does. All the
Well,
time.
first of all, my kids and I, we don't have a close relationship like we did. That's a story within itself, girl. We have a whole new show, and my grandson's birthday is today. Happy birthday! So I've only seen him once, so that was kind of a hard thing for me. But he got to see me now because somebody's gonna show him this video. Happy birthday! So anyway, but my kids, my two boys, when I say the enemy, if he can't get to me, he use those closest to you. When I say he used them, my God, they do things. I'm like, child, Lord have mercy.
Yep.
So my one son told me, you ain't know Kevin Hart? I said, no, but I pay the light bill up here, and every time you walk in the house and turn it on, my jokes paid for that. But I thank God that they got their own place now.
Right.
So my kids, they live in Pittsburgh, and my daughter, she's married. So I'm an empty nester. So
Empty nester.
they can't come back. Once you leave, that's it. I'm changed the address and
My
everything.
nest been empty forever. My nest got spider webs on.
But I love my kids though. But,
Right. She has kids too.
You have kids.
Oh,
I have 3 teenage boys.
She got a whole lot
So,
of kids.
yeah, we do. We have
And
joining
she's pregnant
moments.
now.
Whoa.
Sorry, no, she ain't pregnant.
I said, what?
We're trying to get a niece or a nephew. out of
Yeah,
her.
somebody like that. Yeah, but I my career has been my child, and I've been on the road since I was in my 20s. I mean, like you was asking her, I've been to Jamaica, Bahama, Bermuda, London, Japan. I've been all around the world, and I still can't find nobody. But yeah. So I had a span of career that's been my baby. So every time everybody asks me, do I have a child? I say I got one. Her name is Small Fry. So I call her, this is my child right here, because we've been friends for a long time. I was a fan of hers, and she was a fan of mine. And she called me, and I was like, Mom, Small Fry's on the phone. Small Fry's on the. She said, well, you you famous too, not like her. Not like her. And she doing gospel now. And my mom said, okay. Well, when she had no clue. But when she found out who she was, she's like, oh, now I see why you were so excited to know her. Her and Chocolate. And when Chocolate called me, I thought I had made it too. I was like, oh my God, Chocolate's on the phone. Chocolate's on the phone.
I remember I picked her up from the airport and I was driving like 5 miles an hour. Like, I got chocolate in the back of my car.
I know. I had small fry. I was like, what is happening? Jesus, are you
Like, what kind of chocolate?
connecting me with
Comedian, child.
Yes.
What kind of chocolate?
That was dark chocolate.
Comedian.
That was dark chocolate. Yeah.
She's not chocolate.
Yes.
She's Shanita Morris.
Yes.
So they gave her life, like she used to be small,
Fry.
fried. Used
Yeah.
to be small fried. Now she's fired.
Yes.
God had to remind her, if you don't turn your life around, you could be in fire. So,
Yeah.
fire now.
What are they doing?
All right. Well, we're getting ready to take a commercial break. And so when they come back, comedian Tanya Lewis is going to introduce some more members of the cast of Torn. The stage play will be on tomorrow. So stay tuned and we'll be back in a few minutes.
So.
Why not me? I ask myself, was the song I sang off key? Hold back those tears, convince yourself, just wasn't meant to be. Some wish upon a star and hope one day that wish comes true. But I'm asking God with much regard, how the dreams I want taboo. Born for this, destined for greatness. Am I prepared for this? Your strength for my weakness. Found that life's not always easy. Question if it's worth the risk. Follow my heart and it will lead me. And yes, I was born to be. I will not go. They told me no. There's nothing down there for me. Lying in my bed, can't get it out of my head. Am I where I'm supposed to be? Can't let the words control my life. My pride I will defend. If I work hard, won't it take me far? And in the end, will I win? Born for this, destined for greatness. Am I prepared for this? Your strength for my weakness. Found that life's not always easy. Question if it's worth the risk. Follow my heart and it will lead me. And yes, I was born for thee. If I stay here and wait, my dreams will die. Can't be afraid to try again and fly. If I ever lose my way because my heart is torn, never let it question why. The very reason I was born. Destined
Welcome back. I'm glad that you could join us again for the Wanda's Warrior Show. Today we're talking about laughter with comedian Tanya Lewis, and she brought some friends with her today. So tomorrow she's having a live stage play recording for her play called Torn. And we have some guest members that are in the play, so she's going to introduce them and tell you a little bit more about them.
All right, this is Ebony Walker. She plays myself in the play. She plays me. Yes. And this is Andre Desashore. He's from Atlanta, and he plays my father.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
So how did you choose them to play you and your father?
Well, Ebony, believe it or not, she like, please don't tell me. A lot of things, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of things that I've dealt with and stuff, she's dealt with. So we have been through a lot of the same things. And I know the enemy attacks her just like he attacked me because she's playing me. So, Lord have mercy. So, yeah, she resembles me a little bit. I'm just a little chocolate her, but and she sings just like me, and she's a pastor kid just like me. So she came to audition,
Wow.
And him, Lord have mercy. I saw him, and I said, Lord, I ain't got nobody else to be my dad, so I'll let him be in it.
Well, yes, and my name is Andre Desashore.
See, look at him.
Desashore, and I'm all over the place. Y'all will see me in the place smoking weed, drinking liquor, and going to church. And that's my main focus, is trying to get back to church. And God is good all the time, and His mercy endures forever. And I'm going to keep on and keep it on.
Now, my daddy going to see this, and he'll be like, what you mean I was smoking weed? So he just, what happened was, but not for real. He plays my father there, so.
That's all. So how did you go about writing the particular roles for them?
Let me tell you, when I say the enemy, he tried it. So first of all, when I said that I was doing a play about my life, I had one character. It just says aunt. I ain't named the aunt. Immediately, I had family members try to sue me. I'm like, I ain't even did the play yet. So, and you talking about trying to sue me. Lord, all you gonna do, you gonna be practicing. I ain't got no money for it. So, I had to deal with that. And everybody was worried if they gonna get outed. I said, this is about my life, not about yours. I ain't in there talking about what you did. This ain't got nothing to do with you. So I had to deal with that. I just wanted the basic things. So it talks about foster care. So to show you what it's like in foster care. It just shows you the stages, because you never know why people do the things they do until, because you don't know why people do stuff. So be slow to judge.
True.
So, that's the gist of the play, and it takes you from from foster care, from living at home with this pastor, always being in church. Everything you see ain't what's going on behind the scenes. So, and then that, and then her getting into being married to a guy who's is on drugs, and then that she dates this lady who gets her smoking weed. Then that from that to going to church, and how she got started as a comedy. It takes you like all steps of my life. Okay. So that's what's called Torn.
So all of it is facts, or do you take a little bit and embellish it, or? No,
it's all facts.
Wow.
But my friends, they make it funny, because we got one scene, and Lord have mercy, she's talking about the one playing my mom. When I say she make it, because it's one scene, she's talking about, you always been fat. I said, my mom gonna see that. But it's funny. So we kept it. So my family get the DVD, they gonna be like, this ain't happened. But this is based off a true story. And it is what it is. I gotta answer to God at the end of the day.
That's true. That's true. Now, how did you feel playing her? Did you know her before she cast you to play her?
Just for a split second. I actually met her 3 years ago, the year she actually did cast the play. And she had come to my church to a conference and did her stand-up comedian thing. And so after that, she was like, girl, you could sing. And then I heard that she was having a casting for the play. I was like, well, shoot, she liked me then. Maybe I can go there.
Maybe I like you then.
And get to try out again.
Every day is different. You got to check in.
I did. And I had never acted before her production. I never done any of that. And so I just went in there and just tried to put on my best Tyler Perry act.
Oh, she was in there. And I am telling you, she told me something to say. I said, no, let me get a child something to do. But she gonna sound like she just gonna show up on stage anyway. So she came in there and she sang. I said, look at her showing off. Go ahead. Lord have mercy.
So
How about you?
Andre, he was.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I posted. I think I met Andre because I posted in the Georgia group, and he was dedicated. And he was like, I can help you do this. I said, oh, I need him. And so I took a liking to him because he was willing to help. And like everybody, if you're out to be famous and all that, I don't want to work with you. It got to be ministry minded. That's the first thing I said. I hit him with, look, I ain't got no money, but we're going to minister and the money going to come and all that. And he's like, I'm down. I was like, yes. So it had to be somebody ministry minded. So that's why I went with him.
I feel like the first time I did this play, it was really something serious to me. This is my first play. I actually got a chance to just really be fully involved. And, you know, I did one play when I was down here, Living Right in the Wrong World, where I played the love interest and the doctor and so on and so forth. But this was like, I mean, it's just points in this play where it gets really serious. You know, I'm end up kicking her out of my house because she gets raped, and I don't take it no more.
Oh, wow.
And it gets to the point where, you know, sometimes, you know, people really take it really serious because it's really something that can happen. I take it like if it was my daughter or any other situation I go through in the play. It's just, you know, it's really touching to people, and it really is a play that saves souls, you know, get people to really come and accept Jesus in their hearts as Lord and Savior. And that's what I'm out here for, to do it for God and do it for, you know, the blessing of just being a Christian and trying to live right.
And that should be the bottom line when you want to make people laugh. So, but you have some, I call them the deep saints. You know, just so uptight and don't want you to talk about things that they swept under the rug. How do you feel about that? I think that those issues need to be talked about in the church because so much goes on. Molestation, you have adultery, fornication, all of that, rape, incest going on in the church, but it's like unspoken. We're not supposed to talk about it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, we need to talk about it. You'd rather hear it from the church than out here on the street. So we definitely bring awareness. I mean, the play cover everything. Abandoned, feeling lonely, you name it. You name it, we got it. So,
it does.
I think I done did everything. I ain't smoke no crack. I want to say I done smoked
You ain't done that.
I think I done did about every sin there was.
So you think you did about every sin?
I gotta go down the list. But people say, I ain't do that. I never was a prostitute. No, I wasn't a prostitute, but I heard this pastor say, she said, if you done went to bed with somebody and then took you to the movies or gave you some money, you done prostituted yourself.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, Lord, it was so Lord. Oh, boy, we had some popcorn, Lord. And a Cheeto stick.
I never thought of it.
So, while people trying to call me out, I'm gonna help you break it down. Now, you know this is such and such. You done done it too. You just ain't know that's what it was.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on talking about the topics that
I don't know why the volume ain't going down. My thoughts, I mean, I go to New Birth Church, Pastor Jamal Bryant. When I first started joining that church, when he came to service, I joined the choir, and I was singing in the audience, and then I joined the choir. And they told me, you don't need to go to Eddie Long's church. That was the worst church to go to in the world. You know, you need to go, and, you know, that wasn't a good church. They said it was good, but they said it was not good. But, you know, I judge it for myself. I love the fellowship. You know, it's like she said, like, it's so much stuff going on in the churches everywhere you go. You know, even in my choir and what happened, whatever. It's not nothing bad in the choir, but, you know, it's just so much stuff going on that I think you just have to be a judge of character yourself. And you have to judge what you believe in, what you feel. And I think it's the best experience with Pastor Jamal Bryant being there. And then how this relates to the play, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I smoked weed before in my lifetime. I wasn't a saint. I played football, played NFL football. I ran track. I was a track champion. You know, I had some stuff going on with myself, but you know, I'm trying to do the best I can right now. It's not easy trying to live a straight life, especially when you're a Christian. There's so much temptation out here coming every way but loose. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, everybody doing some kind of something. You know, so it's really hard to stay, but you know, but God only, He judges you for your righteousness and what you believe within. And can't nobody judge you but Him. So, you know, I think you should just be able to forgive yourself. And, you know, so many different religions. Like, my cousin is a Jehovah's Witness trying to tell me how to be a Jehovah's Witness. And I got my ex-wife is a Muslim. I tried to be a Muslim for about 6 to 8 months. My kids are Muslim. You know, I've been through a lot of stuff like that, and I just believe in Jesus Christ. I accepted him in my heart since I was 5 years old. And I just believe in that. I just did a play at the Port of Sanford Theater called The Golden Rulers. And it's a gospel play called The Golden Rulers. And it's a whole my bad. And it's a good play. So it was a good play about talking to kids and these bad kids, and you know.
All right, we ain't here to talk about your play.
Sorry about that.
This your first time coming to Maryland?
Yeah, it's my first time in Baltimore.
Lord have mercy. We don't do that here. Lord, wait your turn. We'll be here all night. Lord have mercy. That's why he just like my dad talk. So Lord have
I'm like a waterfall.
All right, say your voice for practice tonight.
I sure will.
Lord have mercy. He was about to start when I was 5. Then I went down the riverside and the baptized. He was about to go back to that. Don't ask him nothing else.
My dog, and then I had a cat.
Lord have mercy. You want to be in a comedy show tonight?
I mean, if I could, maybe, yeah.
All right, I'll get you to open that.
Possibly,
Give us some information on your comedy show that's tonight, where it's located and the time.
It's at Fresh Start Church in Glen Burnie, and I'm going to be hosting, and I'm going to have Small Fire, I'm going to have Bishop Craig Coast, and I'm going to have Trina, just kind of whoever she's going to be tonight. She's going to be on the show tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, it's going to be an amazing show.
And I just pulled up the flyer, and there's the tickets are $25 for regular seats, and it's $50 for the VIP meet and greet. And the phone number for that is 571-249-5543.
Yes, and then the stage play is at the same place tomorrow, and that starts at 5. The comedy show is tonight at 8, and the stage play is tomorrow at 5.
And this stage play is going to be live recording.
Live recording, so don't come in there all late. You're going to sit there and watch from the audience, them crying kids and all that, because it's going to be live. I don't want people to walk past the screen and all that, so please be on time if you can. You can bring your kids, but just don't have them crying. If you got to use the bathroom, wear the pins, and hold it.
Hold your finger up.
We recording live, and I don't want nobody to be walk past and hearing don't eat no chips in the church. Ain't no food allowed in church. I don't want them to mess up this, because this is a big project for me.
The live recording, how did you come about that? That's awesome.
I was like the same thing. God always give me stuff. I said, Lord, you need to send some more money, because them lapel mics, when I said them things was, Lord, about $1 million. I said, Lord, I thought I was going to go to church, at least one church, and get a mic apiece, but they had to all be on the same system, so they ain't work. So I had to go and get these mics, and I said, ooh, them things were high. I got to return them after the play. So don't get no lipstick on that mic.
Oh, wow.
You better go back. Y'all gonna wear the plastic on them and everything. But I said that to say I need everybody to send me $5 for these mics so we can keep them, because we really would like to have the mic. I'm be walking around with Janet Jackson.
Give them your cash
Just go on Groupon,
we're trying to
go on the what's that, the GoFundMe?
We don't want people to send we don't want no GoFundMe.
not
We
Groupon.
need Cash App or
Cash
PayPal.
App. There you go.
Give them your cash app.
You talking about some Groupon? Lord have mercy. Bless the heart. We ain't got no coupons on Groupon for this play. But seriously, it's good ground. You can write it off for your taxes next year. But if you feel led to sow us, even if you don't feel led, if you like me, I done made you laugh. You owe me some money, and I know you got your tax money or something, and pay me back. But they can. My Cash App is the $ Comedienne Tanya Lewis, and that's spelled straight out: COMEDIENNETANYA Lewis. PayPal's Anointed to Land. So I appreciate all fees on. We ain't doing nothing crazy.
It's good ground, y'all, so y'all need to
thank you for that. And we won Stage Play of the Year last year.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And we're up for some awards this year.
That's
as
awesome.
Well.
So how can the viewers stay up to date with what you're doing so they can support you?
They can go to my website, www.anointedtolaugh. Instagram is Anointed to Laugh. Facebook is Comedienne Tanya Lewis. We also have a page, the Torn Stage Play page as well. So, and then tonight, that's the Laugh the Pain Away Comedy Dash. So that's on there as well.
That's awesome. I'm just excited. The connection, and a lot of we talk sometimes through the DM. on Instagram, and I had told her one of the YouTube videos that I love, I wrote it down, is forming the choir.
Oh.
I like that because I'm on the praise and worship team at my dad's church, and it's like when my son was murdered over a year ago, so it's like when I'm going through those moments, I watch her videos and they just make me laugh, and I told her that, so I really appreciate that, because laughter is healing.
Amen.
And that's how I look at it.
Because I always wanted to be on the choir, and you have to audition. So my church sent me a letter. They felt that was the ministry for me.
They said that is not your testimony.
So I'm a solo artist.
Oh my goodness.
I'll form a choir, and I will make up a song and do all that. And
I do backup singing for you.
Can you sing for real?
I think I can.
For real?
It's not what other.
Living your life you are going through.
She ain't talking to me. She's talking to me.
My bad.
You sing.
Oh, she sing for real.
right.
Oh, no,
Go ahead, sing.
Go ahead,
Sing
daughter.
us something.
I'll go last.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sing, Ebony.
I will give you all my worship. I will give you all my praise. You alone I long to worship. You alone are worthy of my praise.
Hey.
Nobody's supposed to be here. I tried that love thing for the last time. My heart sang no. Whatever it is.
Okay, here we go.
I rap.
Here we go. Here I am, I'm still standing. Here I am, after all I've been through, I survived every torment, every pain. I'm alive, here I am. Oh,
Yes.
There were times.
That's enough.
good.
That's enough. I'm going to do the whole concert. I gotta save my voice for tonight. Oh, you want me to sing Small Five? Oh, okay. You want to sing? Oh, okay. Oh, they trying to do my song because I rewrote this song. All right, I'll do it one time.
Okay.
Because I know I don't put it out there all the time. Y'all go, give me the beat. Give me the beat. So the song goes, I love you so. And this is how I did at my first show. I got to say, give me the beat. Can I get my back up?
Come on, baby.
Okay, you gonna give me the beat? Oh. Crap. I gotta tell the people that so the song goes. It goes, I love you so, and I'm never gonna let you go. Holding on to your hand, though sometimes I don't understand. As I cry night and day, I'm gonna trust you anyway, because you love me, and I love you too. Alright, so the song goes. You too. It goes, big all my life. Now the church saying it ain't right. Time to get fit and eat right, so there's no more snacking at night. Yes, I pray and ask the Lord to take my hunger away. But I was hungry, so I ate the food. Now I do work out, so I don't pass out when I shout. No more eating late at night. Had to give up my chicken and rice. No more fries, a 2 for $2. Lord, I'm getting fit for you.
Hey.
Because you love me.
Because you love me.
And I love you too. That's when I found out they say, put your hands up. I wish you could see these. I wish y'all could see
Oh my God.
They're in the background doing the cabbage patch and all that.
Oh my goodness.
Lord have mercy. They are so crazy.
Sorry
Lord.
about that.
You have
They are crazy.
That was a great rhyme right
That's
there.
great. I love that.
Oh my God, she had a problem. Girl, before I do something, I'm like, oh, I need an inhaler.
I wish that y'all was in the studio. And y'all
Trina, come do a song.
that is going on.
Yeah, Trina, come do a song. Come on,
Sister Candle
Come do a
is about
song.
to come back in.
come do a song. Let's bring
We got
them two back
five more-
on.
we got
Come on,
5
5 more
minutes
minutes.
of
I'm gonna bring
Sister
everybody
Candle.
back on.
And small fry.
They got a gun?
Fire. Coming
Can everybody come at one time?
Yeah, they can come on
Send
in.
somebody left.
Come
Come
on,
on, come on
in.
out here.
Small cure.
Small cure. Who said
Come on over here.
Small cure.
Come on, baby.
125.
I'm right here, Shaw?
So step up.
So this is the cast of
Well, no, it's
Torn.
more.
Was a partial of the
everybody
cast
has
of
it.
Torn. Asked you all to go and support comedian Tanya Lewis and her friends. Sow some seeds. She gave you her Cash App. She gave you her PayPal.
yeah.
This is good.
I didn't give my cash
brand.
app.
You want to give me a Cash App?
Yeah, my cash app is hitmeup.com.
That portion. I make sure they get it. Y'all crazy.
So support them, support the Comedy Bash. Also, that's tonight if you can do so.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you all for coming and blessing my show. You know, it's been amazing. And I just pray, God's prosperity over your life. And God will continue to open up major doors
I got
and
all in the
major
car.
platforms
Thank you.
for you in Jesus' name.
you.
Amen. So,
Thank you for
Facebook,
having us.
social media family, come back next week at 11 a.m. It is my birthday on next week. Celebrating it on my birthday. Yeah, send me a birthday song.
Go ahead. You go
You
ahead.
sang it to me at my birthday. What I sang? You don't know what you talking about? We did the dance and everybody like, oh my God, yeah.
I forgot what I
And the
did.
devil,
Listen.
Go.
Hey. Listen. Hey. Listen. Listen. When I say happy, you say birthday. Happy. Happy. I say happy, you say birthday. Happy. Happy. What's your name so I can put it in the Wanda. Happy. When I say Wanda, you say happy. Wanda. Happy. Birthday. Wanda. Happy. Birthday. Wanda. Happy. Birthday. To you.
Have a great weekend, and remember my motto is to live out loud. See you all next week.
No, that's right. You know you old. You forgot you had a birthday song.